Yo, what's up? Hey, Starfy with the big ol' raid. Guys, welcome. All right, a bunch of people come in here. Let's take a look and see what we got. Sinvec, welcome. Zero, all right, we got the package. Guys, thank you for the contributions to the community challenge. Thrash and Tony. Steven, what the heck? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, we got Hydrate, Loud Brother, welcome. Amphixius. Snoopy Smells, I got Robot Akigami, Synthetic 7, welcome and thanks for the follow. Presence, Nox Umbra, Alexa Play, Careless Whisper, Elvin, Insty. Guys, welcome. Wait, so what happened with Starfy's stream? Was something happening? Did she like lose internet or something? Because I don't know. I see it's raining outside. The first time it's rained in a couple days. Starf go boom. Did her connection cut out? It has took the died. Tiffany's internet hates us. I get worried here. I've been having some connection issues, you know, over the last like 2 weeks. And it seems to be exacerbated whenever the rain comes. Steven, are you getting that too? All right, we have a package to open. Couldn't handle the awesomeness of her unboxing. Not even the California internet can drive in the rain. Starfy, there you are. Welcome. All right, the one package for tonight. I got the zoom lens overhead here. Again, is this 3/8 of an inch ratchet wrench thing. I had the size above and below, but I needed this specifically because I need to fix something on my car door. So that's about it. All right, that's it for packages today. Love your collection. Oh, I appreciate anyone who cares to take a look, but thank you and welcome. And Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year, everybody. Time to get fiber. Glad I made it. Oh, synthetics. Wait, you're that synthetics. All right. Okay, wait. So synthetics. About the plate, the IDK 60 plate. So I know that you said maybe try the stainless steel. But one of the things, maybe we could try to look at this while you're here. Here's what's gonna happen. Let me show you. Okay. So here's this plate that I just uploaded to Pinocchio, right? What I'm gonna guess is they're gonna come back to me and say that they hate these cuts. Just cause I imagine these to be or this right here to have like closer than 1.5 millimeters to the edges. And I'm just wondering if you think that these cuts are necessary. Just wanted to ask you that while you're here. Yeah, because Pinocchio has that kind of restriction where they're just like, hey, we don't like our cuts that close. But I know that like whoever did the plates for the IDK 60, I mean, they were able to cut it fine, but Pinocchio is they're gonna raise some eyebrows. Great unboxing, thank you. Okay, let me go back and catch some of these messages. Starving those too much or trying to shut her down. Damn copper thieves. Yeah, it's going nuts right now, isn't it? So sad. Not even we're a Joker set? What? Toasty, welcome. And Happy New Year. 3 days drive goated. All right. All right. PBT Raw goes hard. I might move it actually to the build that we're going to do today because I realized the way that I had things set up over the last 2 nights, has been a little bit messed up. I switched things around. Is that like a Wingdings keycap set? It kind of is. Akio, welcome and Happy New Year. Anyone know the color code of the blue on PBT Raw? I'm not sure. It is die subbed. Wait, did you say steel or did I? So I was suggesting I was either gonna go with steel or POM just to do something different from the alu that was included. But I don't know. Either way, whether I go steel or POM, I think these are gonna be problematic. I'm gonna guess that if the point of this is kind of be to like to function as like flexi, I don't know, but if it's supposed to function as flexi, then on POM maybe we could just get rid of it. But I don't know. Steel being in the totally other direction, I don't know. Like, is it supposed to be I don't know. Pinocchio will say Pinono. I don't think they're strictly necessary, but I can find out what you might want to expect without them. Okay, cool. Insty, thank you for that. It's for more sound, I think, than flex here. I see. Interesting to know. All right, we'll see if we can get some info, but you know, I wanted to ask that while you're here. Okay, anyways, moving back here, let's take a look at the build today. This build today is gonna be a lot like yesterday's, I think, but hopefully not as bad. I do have to do a whole desolder, but we only have one plate, and I'm gonna imagine that the plate situation and how switches seed into the plate is not gonna be terrible. But let's see. Okay. So this guy right here, this is the Sanyo 6D that we built yesterday. And then for today's build, we're working on the Sirius, and we're actually doing a full rebuild of our only Sirius build currently put together in MX, which is another whiteboard. I also think I kind of did something weird, which is I scheduled 2 whiteboards back to back. Oops. Fush, thank you for the contribution. Akigami as well, thank you. So this right here has Utemu ice clicks. I don't really like them that much, but like they feel good, but in terms of how they sound, it's kind of I'm not a big fan of click jacket switches. So I'm gonna take these out, and then we're gonna find I guess we're gonna build with them another time and just find another home for them. We want that penis stroker unboxing. We're close. We're like a little under 30% of the way there, I think. 31. Actually, we're over 30%. Wow. 17 days. We'll do more. Gamble Shroud, thank you for the contribution. You got any boards with solenoids? I don't. I mostly don't. I have a Model F, like an OG Kish Saver, the original 60% Model F that the new reproductions were based off of. And apparently that came with a solenoid, but mine was broken. And I haven't since had anything that just includes a solenoid or anything. Okay, Alexa plays Careless Whisper. Steven, also, thank you for the unsealed Perestroika challenge. Okay, for anyone just tuning in and unfamiliar, I have a sealed set of Perestroika, which is a, you know, I think some would consider a somewhat very rare set, but completely sealed. So we could crack it open from its plastic and take a look at it once we hit the 1,000,000 point goal. So if you want to accrue some points, stay tuned, stay in the stream, and hit the little button that gives you bonuses. I wonder if they even have any HHKB solenoid boards. It's true. I'm not sure because I feel like of the solenoid, the recent boards that have had solenoids included, I think I've only seen when it comes to 60%, I've only seen the Model F reproductions have them. I haven't seen any like MX board, to my knowledge, that is a 60% that has a solenoid. So, have you gotten any offers for it yet? No. No. No one has offered anything for it yet. Which I guess is a good thing. I don't know. I feel like, you know, especially when things were more crazy, you know, with all the people that came in over the last 2 years, you know, I feel like people could be prone to weird harassment just when they when they incidentally show off something that I guess is a little sought out. I remember hearing someone mention that they were trying to sell a board, and so they posted a picture on like Mech Market of the board with some keycaps on. They were never intending to sell the keycaps. I think it was Bingsu round 1. And they were just trying to sell the board, and then all the messages he got were just about Bingsu. It's like ridiculous. I'll offer you my eternal love. Oh, yeah. You know what could be worth it? What could be worth it is, you stop making fun of me whenever I run my Illustrator plate file streams. Okay, there's not a ton of them, and they're all a bit goofy. Commodore and Clunker are my known boards with solenoids. I see. Just came to donate points, so I gotta sleep early for a new job. Hey, yo, Spring Roll! Thanks so much for dropping in the points. Thanks so much for being here. And congratulations on the new job. Hope it's all going well, or is going to go well. Dude, you're cranking out the streams. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit. We're trying to catch up on this whole backlog thing, but we'll see where we go. We're gonna switch things up. I'm still gonna try to stream with good frequency and pace, but they're gonna be slightly less builds. I think maybe either tomorrow or Friday. I might try to do a stream where I'm just recording type tests. And we tried doing this once before, and I don't want to say it wasn't bad or anything. It's just I need to set the time aside for it. And it's just I might as well just do it on stream. So hey, yo, Bingsu, how much? If you ever sell nuclear data, I know a guy. Okay. I offer you HHKB related keycaps. That's what we need. Brother! Does their name rhyme with Nan or Mother? Alright, Spring Roll, see ya. How many streams you plan on doing this year? 365? I mean, I've already took a couple days off, but what I'm looking at right now is I think I can have a pretty steady timeline of streams of this frequency through end of March. I don't know. Part of me is I don't know what things are gonna be like, within the next, 2.5 months, or even 2.5 weeks. There's a possible chance that, I'm gonna slow down, but if I keep pace, I'll keep going, So I can keep going till mid-March or so. Kill Combat, welcome. Thanks for your contributions, brother. Chris already ramping up for some burnout. I gotta get through these builds, man. It's just gotta happen. I also need to send this Pinocchio order over, but we're gonna find out from Synthetics and Bowl whether or not these cutouts are necessary. So we'll have to see about that. No shortage of HHKBs to buy and build. I mean, yeah. There's also just not even to buy. I mean, it's just that I have so many that I just need to build, or I guess want. I don't need to build. I don't need to do any of this, but in terms of unbuilt stuff or things that I've just felt were necessary to build, I have no shortage of those. And then on top of that, even if I finished all the ones I want to, it's not that I can't just start from the bottom and then just go back and rebuild them, right? You take a look. Here was what I was thinking. So here's my my personal collection, right? What I just figured is that at some point I'm hoping to be caught up. Just at some point, of all the things that I have scheduled that I want to do, that I want to complete, I'll be caught up. I hope. Once I do, what's stopping me from just going all the way to the bottom saying, oh, this is the last one or the oldest one that I haven't touched? I'll just redo something in it. So I don't know. I was just thinking that. Holy moly, this guy's collection. Type B is dope. Yeah, no. When is this Type B? Dude, there's a bunch of cool ass things in there. HHKB. Yeah. This one right here is really cool, for sure. The integrated USB hub. That's the 6U, like the true HHKB, right? Pretty cool. Do you have a list of all your GMK sets on your website? I don't. I have a list of them, like, on a spreadsheet. I mean, I could possibly try to cook up something to just like be able to show it, but not as of yet. No. Maybe that might be a project I work on. You know. Starting from the bottom, Drake confirmed. It explains his keyword budget. I don't even know what to say to that. All right. Okay. So let's work on this here. I'm gonna start popping off. Actually, you know what? Let's do a type test, just so you know, we heard it a little bit, but we can actually run a test here, just so you guys can see what it sounds like. Ooh, Drake, Hawaii Drake. Okie doke. Get this off. Run a 60-second test. All right, guys, this is a POM Sirius with an alu plate and Utemu ice clicks, which they're kind of heavy, which I like. I like how the springs are a little bit heavier than you know, a lot of switches. And then we have GMK Serica on it. So that's what that looks like. There's another view. You guys have already seen it. And here's the test. Okay. Okay. Human building boards back to back and you love 60s. Oh my goodness. No offense, but sounds like a grip of spring ping, unless that's just the switch. Grip sounds like SoCal. Wait. McJizzle may be from there. Let's see. Let's open up VIA. My speakers are dog shit, so I can't say anything. Ayo, chill, lol. Okay. I mean, they're not tuned. Like, they aren't. But, I mean, I don't know if it's spring ping specifically. They're just click jacket switches. They sound like this. I don't like them that much, but this is it's just like, this is the reality of what they are, you know. I'm not a huge fan. There are other clicks I like, just not this specifically. It's not horrible, but it's a really interesting noise. Noise is probably the best way to put it, right? Anyways. Okay, so that's the board. So I don't know, let's just get started with all this. I'm gonna unplug that. We're gonna get this plugged back in case I need to navigate through anything, but all right, let's get through it. What click jacket is it? It's their Utemu Ice, I think Utemu Ice Clicks. I think that's what it's called. Click bar, click jacket. I think I like click bars better. Yeah. I like click bars. I like click leaves. So just like Alps or Clickies. I didn't really like Pro Worlds that much. I haven't tried the cream clickies yet, which, as I understand, is some other different mechanism. It's that situation. I mentioned this. I've been mentioning this, like, where I feel like there's never any reason to buy something in stock, like kind of perpetually in stock, that you don't need if it's not on sale. You know, that's kind of just what I'm thinking of, is that like I'll just wait 10 months till the in-stock item I want now will remain in stock and then be on sale on Black Friday. Like that's how I look at it. Need to build yourself a set of Phoenix clicks for some crisp click vibes. Are Phoenix clicks click jackets? Well, what is that one specifically? Double click, best click, Black Ink Thock. Best of the jackets, linears, tactile clickies. I don't know. I don't know if I'd agree. Like, it just depends on how I'm feeling that day and how good the whole construction is, like in terms of the build. Like for me, I just look at it sometimes like a clicky in one board will sound like shit, and then in another board will sound good, like the same one. That's what I think. Box Jade and Box Navy, yeah, I like those box like clicks. I think those are really good. Bars seem better, but I don't know. I have not really hit a real clicky phase yet. I can kind of understand why. Kind of. It's just that, like, I feel when it comes to clicky switches, it's I think clicky switches are meant for solitude. Like, you use them when no one's around. Because, I mean, you're going to get a lot of reactions to it, which could be like, you know, people at your office getting annoyed because they're not really into keyboards too. I don't know. It's just a little too much, you know? Solenoid board at work? Yeah, exactly. Limit tall keycaps and clickies, kind of fun in a muted board. I love box whites / box crystal jades. I've done box navy, and I really liked it. I put it in a stacked acrylic, and I thought it was really good. Phoenix clips are like a weird type of click jacket based off the old Aristotle stems. Same idea as the TKC Blackberry. I haven't tried either of those. I haven't tried any of those specifically, so I want to at some point. I just need to get to it. What I like about clicky switches though is that, like, because like if it seems like the intent is for them to just be like really crazy sounding. Like, I don't think, like, how do I put it? In my brain, when I'm using clicky, in my brain, the sound just takes over everything. Like, I can otherwise feel that there's a tactile event inside of it, but that's like 10% of my experience, and the other 90% of my experience is just covered with like the loudness of the sound. So because of that, like, there's really nothing by way where I feel like I have to tune them, because it's just that, like, what's the point really? Like, to make them quieter, like what's the point in that? So it's that, like, clickies are cool for that reason, because I don't feel like I have to do anything for them. There's like no prep work needed. Tall keycaps and clickies, kind of fun in a muted board. I like, you know, I like those, you know, we did it like G80s. We did the MX11800 where we put some stupid ass clicky Franken-switch. It's just like leftover parts, and then they sound really good in those big plasticky hollowed out cases. I love those. Salty. Linear clickies are actually the way to go. like, is that in reference to, you know, like the cream clickies or whatever? I guess also maybe clickies as well. I don't know. Yeah, you shoot film as well. I do. I have a little bit of a backlog on film I need to develop. But yeah, I shoot film. You know what's gonna happen actually is that, like, if I ever get to a point where, you know, I'm like completely caught up with all my build streams, I'm probably gonna pivot back to doing like occasional, maybe like weekly film scanning streams. Just, I don't know, just to switch things up, so I'm not just constantly doing all this stuff. So, there's nuances to the sound of click, specifically the different click bar switches. I see. Phoenix Clip installed by Gazoo. I put some in bubblegum housings. Okay, I gotta check that out. I'm gonna open this, but like save this, watch this later. But appreciate it. Gotta head to bed, dude. Have a good stream. Stubby Smells, thanks so much for being here, and Happy New Year. And Happy New Year, everyone. And Scuffboards, welcome, by the way. Do you have a flatbed or digitize them with DSLR mirrorless? I used to use a flatbed, an Epson V800. But I did not have a whole lot of joy in using it. So I actually gave that to my boy Alex. You know, you guys know him, Olox. So he uses that now. I switched to a DSLR setup, which I think works. It works for me. It's off screen now. It used to kind of be on stream, but let me see. Oh, my feel. Yeah, it's. You guys can't see it. My camera used to be turned a little bit more, but I have a copy stand right here. It's a Kaiser copy stand, and then I have a bunch of the negative supply equipment, which is really, really nice, but I think is kind of like been superseded by newer versions of it, and then also other cheaper stuff. There's like some company out there that starts with a V or something, that does like a cheaper DSLR scanning setup that's seems really nice. To go, you know, kind of compared to this negative supply thing, just at a cheaper price. Anyways, okay, we popped all these off. Let's crack this open. We have a desolder job to do here. Hi, Christian. My name is Christian. Happy New Year, 2-1, welcome. Welcome back, and Happy New Year to you too. The material and finish on this board is kind of wild. It is. It's POM, and it's weird. Cause it's like, I didn't know necessarily what I was like fully anticipating, but it's like the fact that it's POM, but not just that fact, but the fact that it's like matte POM is really weird. Period. Like, I've always just seen, like, whenever POM gets used for whatever in the keyboard hobby, it's always, like, kind of glossy. Looks kind of like a marshmallow or something. I don't know if I'd say it's like a marshmallow in person. I'm not sure if it's coming out that way. But maybe if you saw it in person, you might still think that too. But for me, it's kind of like... I don't know how to really describe it. It seems like a thick stack of diffusion material, like, I don't know, tissue paper or something. Like tissue paper for gift wrap, you know? That's kind of what I get the sense of it being. Like a full stack. Of tissue meant for gift wraps. Okay. This is the NOP60. And I am reminded here that I can see the stack translucent. Yeah, that's kind of how I see it. Okay, so there's that. And this is the NOP60 PCB. This was their first iteration. Checkerboards. You know, I honestly kind of feel like I really like this revision of this PCB. It was a good price. It has the RGB that, you know, I never really use, but I guess it's there and it's included. It has a capability for per switch like in switch LEDs. But apparently you have to solder some stuff on it. I forget, some resistors or something. I don't know. So that part of it is like not included, but I don't know. I feel like this is like a DZ60 killer. It also has the Alps compatibility too. Anyways, there's some newer versions of it which definitely have some improvements in some ways, but they got rid of the Alps compatibility, which is a little bit of a bummer. Checkerboards make some pretty poggers entry level stuff. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Are the cutouts Bakaneko or Korn? I think for this one, I'm not even 100%. What I do know is that like the next version up, I guess they called it Bakaneko, so I'm not sure if this shares with it. Yeah, there's like a couple different versions of this PCB, and the one problem, Synthetics, is that I've never tried neither I've never built a Bakaneko or a Korn, so I can't really answer that like really accurately. I wished I could. What I do know is the most recent version has, I think it either shares or extends like the H60's cutouts, which is really, really nice. But it's really like the latest iteration. What I'm really bummed about is the fact that it's so damn expensive now. So it's like kind of a bummer. They still have some stock of the one right before that, but you know, it doesn't have the H60 cuts, and it doesn't have the RGB. Nice to have yeah, it's like all compatibility in the brand new one, but it's pricey. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's there's this is the NOP60, and then the second one was called the SNOP V1, and then I think they're on the SNOP V2 or 1.2, or I don't know what it is. So that one right there that Aloud Brother has just linked. Yeah, that's, I believe this is, I don't know which one this one is. SNOP60. That one might be the, is that the Bakaneko one? Yeah, that's the Bakaneko one, I guess. Yeah, I guess these are Bakaneko cuts. And then the next one is called the SNOP H60. Still not an ortho. Yeah, the NOP stands for not an ortho PCB. And then S is still not an ortho PCB. Anyways, those are it. Okay, let me get these out of the way, and then we can get started. We're gonna start on the desolder job. All right, and then here's our black inks that we're gonna be using a little bit later. Okay, and then I need to go get a work mat. I don't have one either. All right, so this is Bob Ross, the Bob Ross mat with the low res, not thick. Also, I did begin to damage it, so oops. I thought Korn needed special PCB because of the JST location. Does it? You know, I feel like I would know these things if they made a unicorn that was an HHKB, but alas, we live in a world where that's not the case. Real, yes. It's hard to reach that switch in the back of this station. I have to like go all the way around this whole copy stand just to do it. I think O-ring points are the same, 60% sure. Let's see. Are you 60% sure? Because we're talking about 60%. All right. I need to... It's raining a little. I don't know how hard it's gonna rain. Maybe I'll crack the window open. All right, so Miku's done her job. We could move her just a little bit there and grab this this power cable. Chris got his dad jokes on fleek. Well, it was 2-1 who said it. It wasn't me. All right, so I got this like mildly weird situation. It's not that weird. I'm gonna preface this with that it's not that good of a story, but it's a story. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story. January 4th. I was trying to get some lunch. So I go online, I find something to do a pickup order for this joint nearby. It's a vegan place. I go to this vegan place. I kind of used to go there with some relative frequency, but you know, just fresh back off my my trip down to Vegas. I come back. I want to grab some lunch, right? So I place this order. It says, you know, order should be ready within 15-20 minutes. So, you know, okay, like I think it's Wednesday the 4th. It's a work day, so I do like 10-15 minutes of work, and then like I get ready, you know, real quick. I go walk outside and get ready to go pick up my food because it's close by. The restaurant's closed. I'm like, what the heck? The restaurant's just closed. Like, why did it accept my order? Like, why was it taking orders? So I walk just like, you know, a block down. I pick up a small lunch from somewhere else. Get shit on. So like I'm ordering my food in there, and then I find the phone number for the place that I tried ordering first that was closed. I give them a call, and it goes to like an answering machine or a voicemail or something, right? So I leave a message saying, hey, I just tried placing an order, but it looks like you guys are closed. Just hoping that when you guys get this message, you guys cancel my order or something. That's the 4th, right? So the 5th, the next day, I go like walk over same time, and I'm just thinking like, are they just not back from their break yet? Because they're still closed. Some point, like maybe a day or two later, like, you know, the charge is like fully through on, you know, on my credit card bill or my credit card statement, and you know, it's like a $14 lunch, right? And so it's on there. It's like, okay, no one's canceled my order yet. So I'm thinking like at some point, you know, they gotta come back from their vacation, you know, or just whatever their closure is, right? So I'm just thinking that like, okay, maybe they just never got my message. I don't know. So I'm thinking maybe whenever the next time they're open, I'll walk in and I'll just say like, hey, I ordered something on the 4th. I asked to call to cancel it, but I guess I was charged for it. Can you just give me the lunch? I mean, I already paid for it. So I've been periodically going every couple of days just to check up on it, and it's still closed. But what's worse is that like I went there today. I literally went there today, and like I'm looking through the window because, you know, it's like kind of like got the black cage thing or whatever, you know, the slide cage thing. I don't know what they're called, those gates. But I'm looking through that, and I'm looking through the window, and it's like there's like just papers like ruffled along one of the tables. I think the place is just closed, which is a bummer because I like the place. Food was good, but a little bit of a bummer. So like I had to go try to file a dispute with my credit card saying like, yeah, like I don't think this business exists anymore. Did you call the credit card company? I did it online. I did it online. I mean, they're usually, the couple of times that I've had to file disputes, like it's pretty good about just like giving me the money back like relatively quickly, but I'm sure that they'll have to go and review it. It's just a whole weird situation, and also sad because I wanted lunch that day. I've wanted lunch from there for the last 2 weeks. I like their food, but I think they're just closed now. It's kind of sad. Whatever app you use to order, might give you credit to. It's one of those things where it's not like one of those. It's not like those typical food ordering apps. I think it was literally like I ordered it online from some like online food order thing that's not just DoorDash or Grubhub or whatever the other options are, Uber Eats, some other provider. The hunger lives on. Yeah. This is all just a ruse to build up your hype for them when they come back. I hope so. Poachu, by the way, welcome back and Happy New Year. Probably a restaurant. Yeah, like one of those restaurant-centric portals. Yeah. Something like that. But it wasn't one of those like services that are really common to order food from. Oh, I realized I should probably clean out this thing at this stage. Dude, that started happening to me once with this Nigerian spot I like to go to, but one day I went to grab food and it straight up closed because I failed to help. Aw, bruh. Okay, here's another separate funny thing. There was a place that it was a Chinese joint, a few neighborhoods away, so it's not like really close to me. It used to be close to where I worked. It was really good. Chinese, very legit Chinese food, and you could tell how legitimate it was because their service was terrible. That's how you know the food's good. Anyways, during the pandemic, I walked by it and it was like all boarded up. And then, my buddy Alex, beginning of the pandemic, he actually came up to San Francisco and he was like looking at it, I was like, yeah, it's all boarded up. I think it's closed. And I'm like, oh shit, is it closed? Fuck. It was weird because after that point, this was, around summer of 2020. After that point, like there were like reviews saying that like, yeah, I think this place is closed. Except there were also reviews where people were just like acting like it was completely open, which is really weird. So like I actually to this point like I just haven't been out in that area for a really long time, so I actually don't know if that business still exists. But that place was really good. Okay, dope. Let's continue. Is it TikTok for this? All right, I'll pull that up. I'll watch it later. They paid up front for fake reviews over time. Maybe. Maybe it was like it was boarded up but still open, but people who approached it while it was boarded up thought it was closed. Maybe there is that aspect to it. Wait, what happened here? What? There we go. Ever thought of just asking? No. It never occurred to me. Because I'm not even super close to it anyways. So, like, whatever. It used to be fun to go to when I was closer to it. When I had an office in the area. It's a good watch on why the best Chinese food places have 3.5 stars on Yelp. Okay. I have it open. I'm gonna watch it after stream. Had this bomb Chinese spot in my neighborhood closed recently too, simply because the owners were retiring and had nobody to take it over for them. Same bomb-ass Chinese vibe, except the service was killer. Oh, that's weird. That the service was good. I heard there was this vegan Filipino joint that I think the owner, she owned a couple of these Filipino vegan businesses just throughout the Bay Area, and I think she closed some of them and then opened other ones in like different locations. But I remember like a couple times I went, it's like I don't know what to say. Like the service was really, really slow because I think the owner kept trying to just make friends with everybody. So then it's just like it would take forever to get your order in, and then it would take forever for the food to come out. But she was friendly, I guess. She was friendly. The food was pretty damn good. A sad reality of the immigrant restaurant. Kids actually succeeded the dream of not needing to. That's crazy, that whole paradox, huh? Vegan Tostino hits different. I don't know if you guys know much about Senor Sisig in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's like essentially Filipino burritos. Place is bomb. It's been a minute since I've had it though. It's pretty unhealthy. I should probably pick some up soon. Super fun trivia I get to show off. My local deli has hosted the Soup Nazi. Oh, that's cool. Wow. You know, I've actually been like just like for the last like 2-3 days or so, I've kind of like kept Seinfeld on in the background just a little bit. Funny thing to keep on while I'm just like scrolling through Instagram. The actor is local? I see. When you visit the Philippines, I'll bring you to the dirtiest and healthiest places to eat. Ooh. Vegan, unhealthy Filipino food in the Philippines? I may have burned a little bit of one of these LEDs, but I think just the surface. Oops. Made him eat balut too? I don't know if I'd do balut. I don't know if I would. There's enough stuff that, like, you know, growing up with Filipino food in the house, like, I already thought was kind of gross. Vegan, I do dairy and eggs, but I think balut is a little bit beyond an egg in my eyes. A little bit. That sounds like a next level spiritual bowel cleanse, but in the best way possible. Wait, Zero, are you vegan too? Balut already has fucking feathers. Time to grow crops in your yard for Chris to eat later. I'm an outright carnivore and I won't eat balut. Yeah, it's a little funny to me. Like I grew up being fed some stuff that, like, when I found out what it was, kind of made me look at it a little funny. And it's like, I know it's like normal, but at the same time it's just like I never looked at it the same, you know? I'm gonna clean this out again. Our parents wonder if I have trust issues. I can be vegan, but I love food too much. I see. I'm Filipino. I'll never eat that again. Chris Kristen's vegan / milk and eggs comment reminds me of the Scott Pilgrim vegans. It's been a minute since I've seen or had any involvement with Scott Pilgrim. What were those vegans like? I saw the Michael Cera movie like over 10 years ago to this point. They have magic powers. But only why they maintain their veganism. Ah. 7th level vegan. Oh, okay. I kind of remember that line. I don't eat anything that casts a shadow. That's kind of nuts. That's a healthy diet. It's how Scott Pilgrim defeats Brennan. Okay, they had supernatural powers and then... Okay, I won't say that out loud because apparently there's spoilers and I don't know who's watching this VOD. Alright, so we're just doing a little bit of cleaning here, but we do have less than a row left of switches to desolder. Luckily, there's no stabilizers to do tonight, so should be pretty smooth sailing from here. Okie doke. Bruh. That doesn't sound right. This happened on our last clean too. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I might need to change the pipe filter. Not sure yet though. Let's go with this. Bruh! What the? Okay. Thought I would have had to reflow for a second there. Movie so classic, holds up so well it does. I watched it with my dad the other day. I was like, God damn, this is a cult classic and a half. Maybe not as cult classic as others, but you get my vibe. I should watch it again. Time to upgrade to an FR400. I'm just wondering if I need to change the nozzle. It's either the nozzle or the pipe filter here. But I think we're otherwise pretty good. Alright, I think we're done, and I think this playlist just ended. Let's find another playlist. Okay. I think that's it. Let's start plucking these switches out, see if everything's good. How a third of the Zexes are superheroes. I don't know if I should be reading these things. They might be spoilers. Some of these are tight. I'm not sure if it's just like really tight in the PCB or plate. But I think some of these have... Yeah, some of these aren't fully desoldered. I'm just realizing now. These two should be. Oh god. Oh god. I think I'm kind of possibly breaking these housings. Some of these housings are weak. That one's weak. Are these the Aqua Kings? No, these are Utemu Ice Clicks. They're a clicky, they're a click jacket switch. Alright, one of them is pretty broken, so I might need to address that. Don't know how. If it's been more than 10 years, spoilers are fair game. Is it? Someone got really upset. So someone got really upset that I had never seen Fight Club because she had this was when I was in college. I hadn't seen Fight Club to that point. Like, she was upset that Fight Club was ruined. I gotta switch ears here. Whoops. There we go. Hot take, too many college guys mistake have watched Fight Club for a personality. Is that still happening in 2023? I feel like that might have made more sense closer to its release, but I don't know. To that point, I hadn't seen it, and it's just like, well, I kind of had it spoiled. I kind of knew what was coming, you know. Sorry, I've totally taken over the chat, but on the note, Michael Cera Nui's Year One was another awesome one that I feel never came crazy mainstream like I expected it to be. Same with Rick and Morty. That one seems more realistic when it comes to timing, I guess. Sarah hasn't been able to break out his typecasting yet. He may admittedly be happy to lead into it. I mean, yeah, he, as with all humans, are getting older. So I don't know. I feel like at some point things are possibly going to change, but I don't know. Leaning into it, I think I get it. I think I used to not like Michael Cera for a long time because, like, yeah, I just felt like he might be watching the same movie over and over again, but I get it. And I do like him. I do like and respect him now. Human Dad sometime during the pandemic and is literally outed by accident. These are a little hard to remove, and I'm just not 100% sure if it was the desolder job. Maybe it's how they click into the PCB or the plate. Dorcas! Thank you for the contribution. Oh, you're so close. So close. Windows sound font inside of rap song. This is just like another one of these playlists. It feels like it might be the plate. These just clip so damn hard to this plate, which maybe is something we might have needed for the Sangyo build, but I didn't want to build that with clickies, and especially not these. Buster Rhymes goes hard, yeah. There we go. Oh, I think I did put a heavier spring in the middle. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm trying to push it up with my finger on the back, my right hand. Just to see if it kind of can get helped out in that way. Because I don't think that a lot of these are really necessarily desolder issues. It's they're just really tight in the PCB. Or sorry, in the plate. Or PCB or both. Let's go with Aaron coming out with sick tracks lately is Tech 9. It's kind of something I'm doing when I was at high school. We recently started listening to his new stuff, and damn, is it not bad. Tech 9's chill. You know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Day in Vegas, but right around the time my family had moved to Vegas was the first time that Golden Voice ran this massive hip-hop festival in Vegas called Day in Vegas. I was on the festival grounds, and at that time I had actually met, my brother got us in to, I guess, VIP, because at the time he was working for Golden Voice, and just like in this like kind of, I don't know if it was backstage, it was more just like a VIP area. I bumped into like Nardwar and Tech 9 just kind of talking to each other, and they were just taking pics with other people who were passing by. That was kind of cool. I got a pic with Nardwar. Dang, I heard about that. I was hyped for Isaiah Rashad back then. Dude, Isaiah Rashad's so good. We hyped about him all the time. But yeah, I think at that point I could only get the picture with Nardwar because Tech 9 I think had walked away by that point. Ah, shit. Nardwar is the most underrated Vancouver media personality. Oh shit, I didn't even desolder this. I mean, this is probably is a problem. So why isn't this coming out? Dude is crazy, yeah, for sure. The Nardwar? Yeah, the Nardwar. All right, so the key here I think is I have to push pretty hard from the bottom, try to loosen that up. But the second thing also is that like you got to be really careful with this switch puller, because depending on the angle, you could be like more attacking a top housing slot that's kind of like really delicate compared to the bottom. I think that might be kind of what's happening for a lot of these. This is crazy. It also could be the 5-pin, like the 2 extra plastic legs. That seemed really tight too. The human serviette, yeah. Bruh, Nardwar is so good. I love when people dress up as Nardwar for Halloween. That's a funny one. Who knew that this would be the hardest part? Just trying to get these switches out. I mean, I guess we've encountered this before, but still. That one needs to be desoldered a little bit better. Sona's welcome. Do. Do you think Nardwar dresses up as himself for Halloween? Probably. Oh shit. Oh my god. I'm trying to avoid reflowing. But I might have to. Do you work on my MX junk spring collection? You take donations for junk? I mean, I can. It's not out of the realm of what I'll do here. If you got stuff to give away, yeah, I'll give it away. That's cruel. I would do it. Okay, that one's bad because I broke the top housing somehow. We're so close, guys. Ooh. I'm thinking. Oh shit, did I drop in that? Ah, fuck, I dropped in that spacebar switch somewhere here. Shit, and it's so hard to see because I think I did it in silver. Okay, I think I found it. Alright. I think that's it here. I'm contemplating right now. There's a part of me that wants to retain this, not necessarily the PCB, but maybe. But I mean, there's also the notion of these stabilizers too that probably go well with this. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care enough for this. All right, let's just let's move on. I'll finish frame and switching the rest of the bulk MX blacks I got so it could be a fat 400 or oh my goodness. That's kind of a lot. That's a lot of springs. I'll put these together. Okie doke, that was weird. But I think we're still good. Okay, man, do I want to do this? Let me quickly go, I'm gonna go check something really quickly. All right, I gotta look through some stuff here just to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Lurk, hey, Loud Brother, thanks for lurking. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And thank you for the lurk. PH60 that I'm supposed to eventually do. What I have slated for it is a PH60. This has gotten very complicated in my head. I have to check something in the PH60 box now. This is something we're going to be doing in February. Okie doke. Okay, I mean, I think we're like good. I don't think we have to do a whole lot here. Do we? I could redo these stabilizers, just switch them up so we could have them match these Gateron Black Inks. Nah. We won't. Let's just rebuild this. I have those like smoky Durock stabilizers that I think would just like match better, but it almost like it's just I really feel like it doesn't matter that much, especially if I rebuild this, so we'll see if it ever happens. Those other stabilizers, no one's gonna see them. You don't really even see switches either, so not really fully worth losing a lot of brain cells for this. All right. Okie doke. So, pretty simple rebuild. I think about this hobby trying to match things like that, but then I enjoy doing it from time to time too. Yeah, I feel like my main thing in this situation is that, like, one, I don't want the stream to take that long. Because this is not the 100% highest priority board that I have. I have 4 builds for this board. I have 4 plates for this board, and it accepts like standard 60% PCBs. So it's just that, like, I'm already going to be doing, like, there's already going to be 4 builds for this. Why extend that much? Second of all, there's no guarantee that this build will be kept as Gateron Black Inks, because this was kind of like an on-the-fly trying to figure out what to do so that I could get this complete. And if it ends up being the case that I want to choose something else, then I guess I will when the time comes, but I don't need to right now. If anything, if I decide to keep the Gateron Black Inks forever, we could do a rebuild stream where I just cosmetically replace the stabilizers. You know? That's a thing. Like, that's an option. Do a whole rebuild just to replace some stabilizers. You know, I used to have that kind of mentality where it's just that, like, hey, are your stabilizers, like, is the lube job gotten really bad to the point where we're trying to plug it in, like, plug lube in post build, like, already built, is still not doing it? It's just like, well, I guess you could just rebuild it. And one time you see it so pleasant, yeah. I get it. 100% I get it, but we don't need to do this tonight. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like this build will suffice as it will be, but no great urgency in making this perfect right now. Oh, what the? I think I need to, some of these films look kind of like mispositioned. These were the black inks we desoldered from our Skeleton 60. And I did a spring swap on them recently. These are TX springs, the 67 gram XL springs. And it turns out these are a bit longer than Spritz Slow 2s, which I actually didn't think that was going to be the case, but they are. It's pretty cool. Pretty nifty, if you ask me. Oh, we have some Gateron Black Ink springs to give away tonight. Exploding Corn, welcome, by the way. I think you were here. You were already here, but welcome and Happy New Year. If I didn't already say that. Yay, more springs. Yay. All the springs I won from you, I replaced. Wow, they're actually useful? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I did not think they would be useful for anybody. Some of these are way off. Better than the stock ass MX black springs. I appreciate that the stock MX black springs are heavy. I don't appreciate their short length. I have the Prophet, the keyboard, the Prophet. I have H1s with the stock spring in there. Like I tuned them that way. Like I didn't actually ever swap out the springs in that, and I feel like honestly I can live with the weight. Cannot live with the shortness of the springs. Can I get this in here? Just a bad switch. Shorty, your junk is our treasure. That's incredible. Cannot be understated how incredible that is. Something about either this plate or this PCB, where everything is really tight, hard to remove. There's one of those situations now where it's just like, should I put dummy switches in the corners? Part of me thinks, I don't think I have to. All right, it's time for some Eagle Eyes. I got Spirit Complex springs a while back and was disappointed. I didn't realize how short they were before buying them, but it makes me low-key want to try a linear with short but heavy-ass springs, just for a different type feel. They're only like 10 or 12 millimeters. Yeah, I think the complex springs super disappointing for that reason. But I think there's like multiple, like they have levels, I think, where some are longer than others, but even then I think the longer ones probably still not long enough for me, to be honest. Eagle Eyes. I think it's mostly good. Everything here seems good. Oh, I see a bent pin right here. All right, I think this is good. Okie doke. Let's move the gun out of the way. Also, I think it's worthwhile. Just check these. There's some of these films that are like kind of misaligned, kind of silly. Those of you who missed today, missing a whole... It was a whole lot of pins yesterday, man. A whole lot of them. Doing this largely unnecessary thing of trying to realign some of these films that look kind of weird. I don't think it has any actual problem. It's, for the most part, seemingly cosmetic. Okay. All right, gun's still here, but off to the side. We're gonna get the iron out and get this soldered up here. What time is it? 11:30. I think we can beat the pacing compared to last night, but not 100% sure. This is a build that makes it feel nicer, though. I know that when I opened my iron up for the first time, I was disappointed to see the missile. Yeah, I know, right? It's always kind of like, oh man, it looks sloppy, you know. You're not trying to be that sloppy. What the heck is going on? Come on, get in there. There you go. Oh shit, I didn't warm up the iron. This is our prize. Gateron Black Ink springs. I think, honestly, how much do you guys hate if I transferred Cherry Raw over to the Sirius from the Sangyo and then filled the Sangyo with Striker? Because I don't think Striker... Like, I like that there's blue on the Sangyo. And I think that the major amount of blue from Classic Blue... Wait, are we... Oh shit, we're using Classic Blue. Sorry, Striker. Fits the fact that there's that blue weight. Meanwhile, there's no such blue weight on this guy. And it's mostly white, and I kind of want to get this white onto this white. Alright, anyways. They will do that. Okie doke, we're gonna do our same process as usual. One pin everywhere. Push, then the second pins. I still want your GMK Cyrillic, the black on white. Do you want to see that instead on this? I realize, yeah, that one's actually available. Would you rather see that over me doing this whole song and dance with Raw and Striker? I want to see it in my hands. Oh. I want CRP R5 to fulfill. Oh, it's gonna be a minute. That's for sure. That's for damn sure it's gonna be a minute. So here's the situation for me. I have CRP R3 in Tulip, which stupidly doesn't have the top row pipe key. The 1 unit pipe key needed for split backspace on any of the alpha kits. and incidentally doesn't have any good one for the beige colorways of all those CRP R3 sets. And so I have that for Tulip, and it just like bothers me so much. So I ended up just rebuying Tulip in R5. I like way overpaid for that R3 set too. This was like kind of like some of the worst flipping during the pandemic. I like way overpaid for that kit. I don't have a split backspace kit as well for my Xerox. Is that for R3 as well? Yeah, our R3 is kind of fucked up for that reason, huh? And that's the part that disappointed me, is that like R4 they fixed the kitting, but Xerox they changed the color. That is just so disappointing. So disappointing. Because I loved the color in R3, but hated the kitting, and they flipped it. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just like, part of me is like, at some point I feel like I'm gonna sell my CRP R3 Tulip because it doesn't have the one singular key that I want, but I'm probably gonna have to sell it as at a huge loss or something, like a huge loss, because I way overpaid. I never use split backspace. Want to sell it? I kind of do, but I think I gotta figure out what the pricing would look like, and also I think it's on my Falcon right now, my Topre Falcon. I think it's the Topre Falcon. So we're gonna redo that build, and I think another point to make is like I need to figure out what's gonna go on that board by that point. To this day, buying CRP sets are still confusing for me. Dude, they really are, but after looking at them for a while, it makes sense. Yeah. It's not the clearest thing in the world, because there's just like, there's so many little kit parts, you know, parts that are like kitted out, and it is a little weird. That's for certain. I don't know, would you guys, I don't know if you guys would be like interested at all, but like I'm kind of like debating whether or not it makes sense for me to put just like a me only selling channel on my Discord, because there's shit that like, I don't know, I kind of just, I want to get rid of. But I don't know. And like it makes more sense to like make sure it gets home to someone who would rather buy it than me necessarily giving something away that people don't have like need for. CG eBay, whale sale, I mean fire sale, I mean garage sale. Garage sale is probably the closest. Because they're just random things. Junk sale, yeah. I don't know necessarily that this is super junky, but some of it is. But usually if it's junk, then it goes up for giveaway. Solomon mystery boxes. Is that in reference to a recent drama that I think I might have heard about? Imagine unsealed Perry is in the mystery box. I want the desk mat you burned with solder. There's multiple, including this one. I did give away that C-Stock desk mat. I think Sinvec won it. It was like an ink blossom desk mat that I was using for you know, as a work mat like this. Like, it's like a perfectly usable desk mat, 100%. But I think the reason it was C-Stock was no reference. The reason it was C-stock was because like the printing had like an alignment issue. You're using that desk mat like as we speak. Like the whole design is like crooked just by a couple degrees. I haven't. Oh, you have the A-stock in the closet. It's like, oh, you're using this one while it's bad. You know, this is the one that I eat my sandwiches on. The A-stock never gets touched. You guys watch I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson? You guys see that? I don't know if you guys see it, but the sketch with Bob Odenkirk where they're like in the diner. I'll go and explain it. And for those of you guys see it, they're in this diner, right? And this man, I think it's Tim Robinson. Tim Robinson's playing this man. He's in this diner, and he's telling his daughter like, "Oh yeah, we can't get ice cream because whatever." He's just making up. He's making up some nonsense, right? And then like he looks over to the side. There's another guy at the diner, and Tim Robinson winks at him. It's Bob Odenkirk. Tim Robinson winks at Bob Odenkirk, like, hey, like kind of like that wink of like, hey, back me up here. So like he's agreeing. Bob Odenkirk's agreeing, like, yeah, you can't get the ice cream because of this whole thing. And then he's like, it's kind of like he returns the favor by like trying to get Tim Robinson to like back him up on a bunch of lies as well. To like try to impress Tim Robinson's daughter. So he's just like, yeah, I got he's explaining he has all these like really, really fancy cars, and he says, yeah, and some of them I have doubles, and some I even have triples. Triples is best. Yeah, synthetics those. Oh my god, amazing. Anyways, Sinvec's got doubles of the Ink Blossom desk mat. So he has one that Sinvec keeps nice, but then one that he uses. Jeez, I went back home and showed my family and a couple of my friends I Think You Should Leave, because they hadn't really fully watched a whole lot of it. And I think Alex is the only one that likes it. Andy hates it. My brother hates it. I don't think my mom really cared. I think the one universal one that even the people I showed that hate it, the one universal one that people seem to like was the very first sketch in season 2, where he's Farmhouse. Thanks for the follow. The very first sketch of season 2, where he's trying to eat lunch. He's trying to eat his hot dog, but like they call a meeting like at the office. And so he's trying to eat like his hot dog through his sleeve. Everyone seems to like that one. Farmhouse, welcome. Yeah, we're building a serious POM today. We're doing this rebuild here. Gateron Black Ink switches. Some people are not about it. It's so damn funny. It's crazy, man. I was really invested in that show for all of December. What you talking about? Took a leak break. It was this show I Think You Should Leave on Netflix. It has Tim Robinson, a former writer / player on Saturday Night Live. He has like his own very, very short sketch show on Netflix. Funniest show or movie I've seen in years by far. Oh my god. It's crazy. It's also crazy just like reading all the YouTube comments. There's people who are really, really into it. Red TGR Jane is coming. Ooh, wait, was there like a TGR Jane drop? Is there like a Bonacay thing going on? But yeah, bruh, it's so good. There's the haunted house sketch. If you look at the comments on YouTube, it's crazy. There's someone who explained like, oh shit, I think this is what his time was like on Saturday Night Live. They had an in-stock B-stock drop, I think. Oh, okay. Damn, I should have got in. How much was it? I'm guessing it was, I'm guessing it's all gone at this point. I need to get that TGR Jane so I could turn it into an HHKB. The haunted house one's so cringe. The comments I have not seen, but that's a funny one. Yeah, no, people are just like, this might be an allegory for Tim Robinson's time on Saturday Night Live, where they tell him he could do anything, and then everyone just wanted him to go away. Like he couldn't actually do everything like they promised him. I don't think it's a B stock. Oh, could be wrong. Don't follow Jane's like others do. Oh, okay. Wait, so did it dropped already? And Farmhouse, you got a dub? Hydrate. Oh, wait, shit. Okay, Kona Builds, welcome. Thanks for the hydrate. Also, How Good Are Keyboards also redeemed a hydrate like 2 hours ago. So we're going to double up this hydrate real quick because I am thirsty. Next week? Okay. I got an HHKBify this TGR Jane. What was I doing? I think I'll just redo this whole row. Could be wrong, don't follow Jane's like others do. People can change one with the baby and sloppy. Oh my god, the sloppy steaks. I love the Santa movie thing. Oh, Santa wants to be respected. Oh, okay, I remember those. I remember both of those. God, this is so ridiculous. I really like the Instagram one, where the women at brunch are like trying to come up with Instagram captions. What else? The Ford focus group. That one's like an instant classic. The cool pattern shirt was so stupid. That was just so incredibly stupid. Focus group is great. I like the Bozo ones. What's funny is that like you could find the video, the Bozo video on YouTube. Yeah, and you know what was really stupid was that every time like I'd be like kind of over the last month, every time I'd be like kind of shocked by something, I'd say like oh fuck, but then I'd think about that stupid Bozo clip, because the very first words he says in the Bozo video is like, oh fuck. Coffin flop. Jeez. Oh, what was he gonna say that? Oh fuck. What the fuck? I'm not even supposed to be here right now. Bozo did it. Bozo did what? Bozo did the dub. It's too good. I'm shocked more people haven't seen it, dude. I think the humor is very niche, but you know, it got renewed for another season. I think it won like some awards too. So you know, there's some people paying attention. Or, as I've recently learned about awards, is I guess the cast and crew probably just showed up to a bunch of parties. Recently learned that about awards. You just gotta make appearances. Alright. New playlist. That one finished already. Did we just listen to this? We may have. It's fine. It's fine. We love Bobby Caldwell, so why not? Easy dub. Easy. Alright, I'm gonna switch it. Anyways, while I've been building Eve Alice, heard you talking about I think you should leave. Had to pop back, but I'm going to bed, brother. Let you know about that play. Alright, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. And thanks so much for being here and chatting. Of course, have a good one. Hey, you take care. Have a good night. Guys, we're about doing this second leg at this point. I think we did all the alignment pushes. I honestly wasn't paying attention on whether we had any of those alignment clicks. I think we might have, but I was having too much fun thinking about I think you should leave. In any case, we finished it up. We are doing these second legs and trying to breeze through them so we can get the build back together. Alright, I hope I'm not missing a bunch of switches again. I'm a little weirded out. This was a very similar kind of build process compared to yesterday. Yet I think we're making much better timing today. There was weirdness with the switches, which was similar to yesterday, but maybe not the same magnitude. We didn't have to do stabilizers, but I've been making stabilizers not take very long anyways. How did that even happen last time? Yesterday's build? I don't know. But yeah, yesterday's build was like 5 hours. Felt like maybe 4.5. I think that's it. Let's find out. My eagle eyes were perfect. I didn't even need to use them. Okie doke. I'm gonna tidy up because we're making really good time here. I think what would be worthwhile is I'll wake this from sleep. We'll clean that up and then put that away. I do kind of need to keep this around for just a little bit. Okay. Cleaning pin. Okie doke. So then I knock this switch off. Oh, okay. Then while it's powering off, this is the point where we take some time to have it start cooling down and then cover that tip. So I'll put this back on. Okie doke. That's it. Oh yeah, there's a lot I do off the camera. I can kind of show it. So here's the proper cleaning technique that I'm aware of. There is this thin cleaning pin here that I think also might have come with, say, for example, the FR301, right? Also, I need to make sure I can see what I'm doing. Oh, fuck, there's nothing plugged in. Okay, yeah, so here's a cleaning pin. You have to make sure it's like kind of the right size. It either should be the same diameter as the nozzle that you have on your FR301, or maybe just a little tiny bit thinner, but not too thin because it's not going to otherwise do its job, and not too thick, otherwise it's not going to fit. So what you do, or what I do here, is like you kind of just jam it in there in this direction while you're sucking with the trigger. So the idea is that like you're trying to sort of clear out like little bits that are stuck in this nozzle, like this portion of the nozzle. and then just make sure that it gets into like the chamber that's on your gun. The chamber system here is a little bit different than the one on the FR 301 or 300, whatever. It's just been a while since I've used it, so I don't really fully remember. Another couple of things too is that like you're soldering, right? It's solder. The solder has to go somewhere, so you have to clean out the chamber at times. Like this one, you know, I have this. This is my gun. It's a bit different because I think the one in the FR 300 or 301, that series, it's like a plastic thing, and then you just kind of got to empty it out, I guess. But there's a little bit more to this one too, which is the fact that you can kind of like clean it from the reverse side of the nozzle by like being able to like pull it out, twist it into place, and then take what's here called like a, you know, it's a drill bit on an end. They call this a cleaning drill. And what I do there, I can kind of show it. You can see it, but the mechanism sort of looks the same. Okay, so this one right here is that like you can separate the nozzle, and then you can clean it from the reverse side. I don't know if you could see that. It's this guy right here. And so what I do is the cleaning pin isn't as thick as this side of the nozzle for this gun. And so the idea is that like you can twist this in clockwise, and it'll kind of like smoothly-ish go in, but you can kind of feel a little bit of crunching. And then you pull out straight once it's all the way like as deep in as it can be. You pull out straight, and then you'll just see a bunch of shit fly out. Yeah, and then this is the tool for it. It's just like a big piece of, I don't know, plastic or something. And this is just so that like, you know, you're not burning yourself. All of this stuff that I've just kind of mentioned should be done pretty hot. So it's that like you got to kind of be careful. And also while it's hot, when you have this removed and it's powered on and hot, you'll hear a pretty loud high-pitched noise coming from the station, just so that you know that like, oh shit, things are exposed right now. Quickly put it back together when you can. Okay, so that's basically it. The other last thing is that going from really hot, it's just really hot. Like if you try to touch solder to it, it's just gonna kind of like flow really quickly, and then like, you know, turn, you know, that the flux is gonna get into the air and such. But what I do is I begin to power it off, and you can start to notice that like, you know, the temperature is gonna go down. It's probably still going down as we speak, but it's gonna kind of quickly go down. And you need it to go down just enough so that like it can melt solder onto it, but then also like not flow so fast. And there's like kind of like a little bit of timing that you need to just sort of capture in order to be able to do that, because you want to cover the tip so that there's not going to be any like oxidation issues while it's just like at rest. So that's the whole cleaning process. But that very last thing I mentioned is when you're all done. So everything else is like, I try to do everything but that last process. I try to do that every 20 to 30, like 15 to 30 switches. I'll try to run that process of, you know, cleaning pin, click the trigger. Oh, the other thing is like, yeah, clearing out this chamber, and then also doing the reverse cleaning drill trick. Have you tried tip tinner on it rather than solder? Tip tinner, like, do you mean the process of tip tinning via like a sponge, or like a tip tinner? Is that like a product? You're trying to cover the hole in the tip, or just the external part of the tip, or it doesn't matter? I think it's just covering it up as far as I know, but I don't know. I'm doing what the instructions mentioned, so. Okay, so this is all good. I'm gonna put this away. Oh, what has just happened? Uh-oh. Am I still live? I hope I'm still live. That was weird. Everything kind of disappeared on my streaming PC for a second. That was strange. Okay. We good. Thank you. Okay, sick. All makes sense after reading my instructions as well, but helpful for me to see it rather than just read it. No, tip tinner is a product. It has some solder in it, but it's waxy stuff. I mean, that would probably be perfect. I was not aware of such a product existing. So Feel free to drop a link for one that you think is good. Maybe I'll look into it if it's not expensive. Technique, welcome and Happy New Year. Mostly chemicals. Where is this thing? Good. There it is. All right. Sal ammoniac? What is sal ammoniac? Is that a tip tinner product? I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'll be back. It's like a piece of tip cleaner that looks like a bar of soap that is less abrasive than tip tinner. Oh. Drop the links. Drop the links, guys. I'll check them out. This isn't the brand I'm using, but I've used it. It worked well. Okay, okay. I gotta click on these. This has been my problem for the longest time. Is I'd say I'll check it out later, and then I always forget. So I think the key is I gotta start clicking the links and then actually check it out later. But thank you guys, both of you guys. Appreciate it. The one I have now is Weller. Okay. I used to have a Weller iron a long time ago. What's going on there? Seems weird. I've long debated whether or not it would be worthwhile to get a PC Sirius. Kind of weird because it's just like I need to not get the same keyboard, but at the same time it's polycarbonate, so it is a little different. It just also kind of help like house more of all these different builds I have. Or will have. What's going on here? My solder station right now is Weller. It works really well. It's what I could get locally. Kind of hate buying electronics online. I've gotten fake products and it's infuriating. I see. Yeah, it's hard. Definitely coping with the possibility of getting fake stuff. I get it. why I try avoiding Amazon, especially for name brand stuff. I think at least with Amazon, the positive about it is that like they don't make returns super hard, at least not for me. Nico Steven, what's going on? Welcome back and Happy New Year. Mick J. Amazon Marketplace has gotten really bad. I hear it a lot though, for sure. Oops. Okay. I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna move all those keycaps there to here, and then we'll dress this up like right now, like or afterwards. We're gonna move this key set. I don't know if I did the full hydrate, so I'm gonna do them again. All right, how good are keyboards? How to hydrate earlier. Kona builds how to hydrate later on. Okay. I'm gonna shift this key set over. I never tried the stabilizers, but I'm sure it's fine, and it sounds fine. Maybe there's a little ticking that we can try to plug up. We'll do that after I get everything set in. So much fluff and garbo that I don't want when looking for something useful at times for sure, but not the go-to like it used to be. I hear that a lot. Oh, this is still plugged in. I like this. I actually do. I like... I'm not sure if it's the build or the fact that I'm using PBT, but I actually kind of like this. You know what's funny is I think one of the first builds I did was these cobalts in this Sirius, but with a POM plate. Now that I realize it. I'm gonna do these row by row because I know it's gonna be hard enough already. What was your first custom keyboard? First ever? Oh, that's a good question. Like, it depends on what custom means. I think that's an important distinction. Like, is a modded pre-built not count as a custom? Is it anything that's not a pre-built? I can take a quick look and see if I could draw up what it is. I have the information somewhere. My very first mechanical keyboard that I bought, 2012, July 16th, 2012. Was a Philco, a full-size Philco with cherry browns. That you built with intent. Anything not pre-built, but that would count too. So anything that wasn't plastic. Like if we're not talking about plastic keyboards, my first... I had a G80, but I still feel like that's like a vintage, but you know, like that would have been pre-built in a way, right? So let me keep going down this list. The first one I bought was an Ergodox, but it might not have been the first one I had in hand. I think that Ergodox drop was, it took a long time to get to me. So if I keep going, and looking, it could have been like, there was another one where I bought in on those stacked acrylic cases from Elixir's Eye. I bought 2 of them. I sold one. I had this hammer 60%. Like, it's just weird. All of these are like, I realized maybe I should plug in and show you guys, or maybe I could show here. Oops. Sorry, I can show you guys some of these. So the very first Filco I didn't have anymore, so I couldn't take a picture for this. It's already gone. Ergodox as well. So the oldest custom-ish one would be the Elixir's Eye, which would be this, which I turned into an HHKB because it was Winkey. I use these like blockers that don't even match color. But I think in terms of ones, again, in my hand, hard to say, because there was also the hammer, the 60% tray that had a really, really nice shape. I still have it. It's nice. I had a lightsaber from Duck, but no longer. Probably the biggest one worth mentioning that I still have and was also big back then is this K-Mac LE. Anyways, that was a fun exercise. My first pre-built was a Ducky of the Year among drones. First custom was a Clossum SUV with Milmax sockets. It's chilly. It's funny, I don't think this white goes very well with this board. This is like, I don't know if you guys can kind of see, but this is definitely like a slightly more translucent. So I'm not sure that I really like this idea, to be perfectly honest. But I do like the sound of it, though. I do. Why have these suddenly gotten weird to press in? There's like a crazy click. Oh yes, the S key. One of the more important keys in modern history. The cool S. Man, I gotta use PBT more. This is a pretty nice PBT. In just feeling it. So I want to try more of these like PBTs out there for sure. I think it was Sinvec who mentioned liking Canon caps more than any others. So I still got to try that. Oh god. But I like CRP, and just so far I really like this. This is kind of nice. Why was it the happy face, weirdly enough? Still gotta try Canon caps, yeah. NK and PBT fans are pretty solid. Just make sure not to get PBT fans ABS if you're aiming for PBT. I don't think I'll do... I'm gonna be like totally 100% honest. I don't think there's I would ever do PBT fans, just because I just don't really like the legends. I don't like the legends of PBT fans like at all. I haven't seen legends from them that I've liked. And I'm a guy where the aesthetic kind of matters. So kind of really matters. If it didn't, I wouldn't have so much in my collection. I don't like Canon caps because of the bad spacebar sizing. I see. I've had good comments on my cherry charcoal set too, and the more I type on it, the more it grows on me, but I like the smooth PBT like CRP. I definitely think ePBT is one of my least favorite PBTs. And it's funny because I think, like, I know Gawk said it's like his favorite, and that's probably why he threw, or he's done a bunch of like buys through them. But I'm just not a big fan of that texture. But I do think this is pretty good. With Canon caps, the older version legends suck based off of Canon caps Minty set. So is there like certain sets now that are better? Is like, are they getting better per set? I bought several mechanical keyboards in college, but didn't hang on to any of them. The first one I bought with the intent of customizing was the GMMK full-size hot swap with browns. The first custom board I bought was a KBD Fan 75. Okay, nice. Wow, I like this. I like this setup. Alu, Gateron, Black Inks with, you know, Sprit slows, or sorry, TXXLs. And these PBTs, I actually kind of like this. Okay, I promise though that we're gonna outfit this now rather than later. I promised. And we're making good time, so why not? Here's a stupid poll for you guys. I got a stupid poll for you. As soon as I can get this up. I got the worst poll in the world. Poll is up. Get your votes in. Oh my god. What Garbo poll is this? Oh, it's chilly. Are you guys trying to even it out? I had to label them. So I guess this is 2. There's a bag, or there's a post-it on it that says 2. Someone vote to keep it even. Trash poll, me trash voting. I probably made this a minute too long, to be honest, but I guess we can tidy up a little bit. So I bought the gold Arc 60, which should be due late February, hopefully. I'm wondering, do you think Serica would go with it? I don't know. Serica Carbon 6s, brown PPS. Looks like Striker 2 is coming in, closing in here. Whatever I don't use tonight, I'm probably going to use in a future Polaris build. I once ran Striker on a Polaris, I think. It was either Striker or Classic Blue. But I got a comment from a friend who's not super into keyboards who said it reminded him of IKEA, because the Polaris I have is like an E-yellow. Tight so he has to choose both. Okay, looks like Striker 2-1. While I'm building my auger, should I rebuild with a half plate instead of a full plate? I'd say why not? If it's if you haven't done it before, I think it's worth trying. I think. I don't know if I want to use accent enter yet. Definitely sounds different. D, F, G, H, J, K. R, T, Y, U, I, O. What do you guys think of accent keys? Should I use accent escape or enter? Both or neither? I don't really want to run a poll for it, so just holler what you think I should run. And I'll look up at some point. Arigato Roboto, thanks for the contribution to the challenge. Guys, we're like over 30%. No accent? Dang. It's crazy. You guys are like really not into accents. I'm kind of not either, but it's funny because it's like you guys enter my stream and like people enter group buys and it's like the accents are all there, and then you guys come to my stream, it's like no one here likes accents. Accent enter and mod pipe key. Mod pipe key on a monochrome set. Yeah, I'll do mod pipe key. Use blue on white pipe key. I don't think it's even on here. Even then, it'd be like the worst because like I put my pipe key there. Maybe you might be looking for mod tilde. No, you're looking specifically for mod pipe, huh? Just to have a weird. Oh wow, I totally mixed these up. I like them all, but Uniform Striker is so good. You know what's funny is that a long time ago, I actually built my boy Andy a custom Quickfire Rapid. I had the case vinyl wrapped white, and then I included this this white on blue tie house set. This is actually kind of what it really reminds me of. I think he still has it. I don't know if he uses it. Yeah, it definitely sounds different. Damn, yeah, that just makes me feel like I gotta use PBT more just because, not because I don't like, not necessarily because I like it more, but just because it's different. Mod pipe and tilde. Alright, cool, guys. Thank you for humoring me in this. This was how I was supposed to arrange it in the first place, but I think yesterday I was just trying to go too quickly. went straight for Cherry Raw, and it was like, hey, I think we're supposed to use this Cherry Raw on this build. Looked back at my notes, my schedule, I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to be for this build, and now it's here. But it's a little funny though, because you guys can see it, like the whites don't really match the Sirius, but I don't know, part of me is like, that's okay. Part of me is like, that's okay. Part of me is like, should I have gone something completely not white? Should I have gone with stripe? Like, should I have flipped this? I don't know. Stiletto, welcome. Welcome back. Happy New Year. Okay. I don't think we need to do this right now. If anything, so I'll just give this heads up, and I'll say it again at the end of stream. Between tomorrow and Friday, I'll stream both days. One of them I'll be doing a build, which is likely going to be Hello M0110 rebuild again, so another desolder and rebuild stream. Happy New Year. And then the other day I'm going to be working on doing type test recordings. So I don't know which one yet. Tomorrow, that might be tomorrow, that might be Friday. But one of the days, we could flip them around. I don't know which one yet. I'll see how I feel, basically. And in any case, probably during that whole process, we'll do both of these as type tests. We'll probably do the Neverest too. We'll just kind of have to see how things go. Are you ending soon? Yeah, we're about to run this type test. Maybe run a little bit of Flappy Bird Typing Tutor. Maybe even we might go back and do some... what was it? Typing Tutor 5 Letter Invaders. Need POM jellies on that case? Oh, it's in the plans. It's in the plans. The Yogi Who Laughs. Whoa, welcome. Sup, cool keyboard? Thank you. Whoa. Would this be a good time to take a look at the... Oh, shit, Stiletto, my bad. My bad, I forgot about that. No, I promised you that. Hey, let's do that. Let's do that, actually. Stiletto, I promised you that, didn't I? You're good? Hey, but the Yogi Laughs, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Came in a bit late, so I wasn't sure where you're at. Hey, no, it's all good. Let me make sure I have the right board that has the U4Ts in. I believe I have I have one where the stems were swapped for Halo stems, and I think that one's in the Viper. But I think just the regular U4Ts, I have in this Trio 60, which I almost never bring out. So, Trio 60. Hey, where are you at? I'm in Texas. I'm in San Francisco, California. Welcome. God damn, that's clean. Oh, thank you. Oh, I like this view better. Hopefully it looks cleaner in this view. Yeah, okay, the Trio 60 is the one with the U4Ts. Okay, so we're going to do we promised this to Stiletto, what was it, yesterday? Yesterday-ish? Oh, putting it back in the packaging was, like, actually kind of tight, so, ooh. This feels, like, kind of dangerous. So what Stiletto had asked was whether or not the green 70-gram domes in the Neverest that I built feel at all similar to U4T switches. And I don't have an answer to that. But I will say my prediction is it's probably going to be quite a bit different, just because the fact that a taupe switch mechanism it, like, almost entirely relies, like, you know, on domes, and in this case foam. This is gonna feel a little bit softer and yeah, than say like an unsilenced Cherry switch, or sorry, unsilenced MX switch. My God, IFM San Francisco, nice. That's cool. I appreciate it. I want to know what kind of tactiles get. This is my best comparison since I got U4T switches. Okay. How's the rebuild going? We're almost done, but like we stopped in the middle of all this because we're doing a bunch of chores before we actually run the serious type test. But I had promised a task here. Oh my goodness. Insane AT with the big old raid. Welcome. You are beautiful. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. All right, so we're back to this whole this whole setup here where we now suddenly have 4 HHKBs on the screen. And the question that was asked was, how similar are U4Ts to Topre? This was asked yesterday, and I forgot to demonstrate it. So, as still what I asked. Let's do it. Angry Drummer Girl, welcome. And Frank as well, welcome. Welcome back. It's been a long while. It's been a minute since you've been here. But welcome here. Welcome back, and Happy New Year to you and to everybody who's just joined. I'm around. Got to clean up. That's a lot of keyboards. Yeah, we got a lot of keyboards here. Okay, I'm gonna pause this real quick. And so, as Stillawedo had asked, so if this is the reference point, it's gonna be kind of weird because I think this is a PC plate, and this is like full alu. But here's U4Ts on PC. Kind of nice. And then here's the green 70-gram Deskies domes in this EC Topre like board, alu integrated plate. Can you guys hear it? There's a lot of variables, but they do sound and feel pretty different. How many boards do you try to daily? I literally, oh, all hex. Thank you for the contribution. Fuck, I'm late. Well, you're not too late. We're comparing 4 different keyboards. How many boards you try to daily? I literally run the boards as I build them. So it's that like, that kind of like keeps me like ready and motivated to go. But there's obviously some boards I haven't touched in a while that like, you know, definitely need some love. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Like once I get through my backlog of things that I felt like I've needed to do, at some point we're just going to start doing these like rebuilds from the bottom of the list just so I could get them back and like have that be the rotation. I missed so many points. Silence Topre always reminds me of Rain, and I love it. Yeah, what are the difference in terms of feel? Like, how do I put this? The differences in feel, like maybe I feel like in my mind, maybe it's just because I have them in front of me, they come out in the sound how they feel too, where it's just like this sounds a little bit softer. You could kind of hear the rubberiness, the return stroke of that foam silencing ring, versus this is like plastic. Like these are like plastic pieces that kind of clank around within an MX switch, and then it's sitting on top of PC. So it's like, you know, there's a sharpness to this, and then there's a roundness to this, and then there's that rubbery aspect too. Bro, we sick of the sound of rain out here in the bay. Oh, it's too much. It was raining a little bit earlier, but it seems like it's cleared up a little bit. What do these keyboards do? What are they for? Collecting. I like keyboards. I collect them. I build them. But welcome, Yogi Who Laughs. Because you build them, he's talking about building them. Yeah, no, I build them and then I use them. So it's that, like, you know, if I build one night, I'll use them, you know, because, you know, I work from home. Like I'm sitting chilling a lot of the day. I'll use them until I go back and build another. So you want in every color, that's why we collect. I should say rounder on the bump of the U4T and sharper on the bottom out, but sharper in a smooth way on the top ray and softer on the bottom out. That's like kind of a good way to explain it, yeah. Let me go back to the other message. U4Ts feel like a bit rounder on the bottom out, and the top ray is a lot softer and forgiving with a much more unique tactile experience. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. And the way that like when you think about what's happening in an MX switch, it's like there's a lot going on, right? Where it's a plastic stem that has some kind of shape, for example, on its legs, that has to make contact with a contact leaf, and you're pressing force down onto a spring that helps take the stem it makes it go down to a certain point at which the plastic of the stem will hit the bottom of the presumably plastic housing in some form, in some way, whether it's a long pole or not a long pole it's going to matter too, right? And what that cavity looks like on the bottom housing. But it's a lot of things where it's like plastic hitting like some kind of metal or plastic, and that's kind of the contact for it. With top ray, a lot of that motion is also done via like plastic parts, but there's the aspects of the rubber dome that it sits on, as well as the PCB that it hits, I guess, and also whether or not you have some kind of a silencing ring. This one does have silencing rings for each of the individual sliders. Please put away GMK Alpine so I feel less sad. But for games, I mean, yeah. I haven't gamed quite as much on the PC lately just because I'm so invested and involved in Splatoon for the Nintendo Switch. But yeah, I mean, I use them for typing because I'm at a desk most of my day, so. But you can. Let's see. I was even getting some 70-gram top ray green, so I was curious. Your input's very much appreciated for my first top ray board. It's going to be a neat experience. Yeah. Yeah, top ray is unique for sure. So it's just like you got to try it out, and then you'll be like, okay. For Max, I prefer a sharper tactile switch over something very round like a U4T. Yeah, it's funny because it's like, even in that respect, the idea of a roundness on a U4T is different from the idea of a roundness on a top ray, like a rubber dome in this way. Ever tried Green Jacket's very sharp and abrupt switch? I should try those. Thank you for the demonstration. Yeah. You need to try them out, but Azure Dragon's pretty sharp, but not so large of a tactile bump. I see. Okay, let's get this music back on real quick while I clear this out, because, we don't want to make all hex too sad. And we need to reclaim some of this space so I could run a type test. So let's try to get this sorted out. Where's this box? Here it is. Wasn't really expecting top ray to be so good when I first tried it, but the rubber dome start, rubber dome end. It's definitely interesting, and it's interesting how you can get it to feel differently depending on the domes you use and whether or not you use the silencing ring. So yeah, it's chill. All right, all hex is gone. You can be happy again. Dude, I don't feel comfortable. It's like when you have caps and this whole thing's assembled, there's this like extra little insert thing that like kind of no longer fits with this. So I'm just going to take it out. I feel like I'll just leave that separate. Okie doke. We're going to put this away right behind us. Also, I probably should have put up a prediction I feel a little adventurous here. Let's do 132. All right, prediction period's up. 2-minute prediction period. Get your wagers in if you're believing me or doubting me as to whether or not I'll hit that 132. Man, taking apart my auger to desolder and rebuild is kind of exciting, but kind of sad too. I love the way it types, but I just have a gut feeling I'll like it more with tactiles rather than linears. This was my first definitively good build. Hey, to many more, right? You can take those tactiles and you can put it in some, like another board that you'll also love, right? But I can understand, you know, it's like it's a first for sure. So I get it, the emotion involved, right? Okay. All right, we're getting like close to the 3-hour mark. Maybe I'll probably skip on the letter invaders, but we will do some Flappy Bird typing tutor, and then we'll run a giveaway for these Gateron Black Ink springs and a stream sticker afterwards. Tactile gang. Let's go, believers. Oh, whoa, we got some big spenders in tonight's prediction. Big spenders. You guys are spendy. Let's see what you got. Oh, we're gonna do it, man. I believe in myself. All right, just a little bit left here. A little bit of time left. Oh, we got some big spenders tonight. Oh, this is a much bigger, a much weightier prediction than usual. All right. Still a widow. Thanks for the contribution. Appreciate it, guys. We're almost at we're definitely over 30% now, right? Are we over 35? Let's take a look and see where we're at. 32. We're at 32% to 1 million. And there's 25K in the pool right now. That's crazy. Okay. Oh, let me get all stretched out here. Ugh. Point this back downwards. Monkey type. 60-second test. What else do we need? We need to show it. Well, let's talk about this real quick. Again, for anyone who's just tuning in, this is a POM Sirius in HHKB layout. We got an aluminum plate, an NOP60 PCB. We have Gateron Black Ink switches with TX XL 68 gram springs. And then we have NovelKeys Cherry PBT Raw. Threshold is 132. Let me go and get this music off. All right, guys. Here goes nothing. Wait, hold on. Shit, sorry. There's a lot of things. Okay, there's a lot of things on my screen. So hold on. There was a lot. Okay. I thought something was happening. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so here's what happened. People don't usually chat this much while I run type tests, and I have chat on 2 side screens. So when I was seeing a lot happen the first time around, I was worried that there were some complaints that I wasn't actually showing the test. So then like I kind of stopped and I looked around and I'm like, wait, like what's happening right now? All right, looks like we got it. Congrats to the believers. Well, I may have lost some points. McJizzle's red eye like the charger. I was on pace the first time around too, so I mean, like, there was nothing wrong with that. All right, let's do a couple things. What do you guys think of the sound? Sounds like losing. See, now this one should be the official JK. Pairs nice with the PBT and POM case. It's actually pretty nice. I'm pleasantly surprised. I think I like the NK PBT, and I think that this is probably a sign that I should start to take a look at like the different PBTs out there. So it's cool. Inks don't miss. It's funny. These Gateron Black Inks were sitting in that skeleton for so long in a FR4 half plate build for a board that was broken and I didn't like. So it's just like I had like such a not great impression of it for a really long time. But being able to get to put it together here in a build like this is like, oh, this is good. This is good. It's a very miss of Thok and Kleck. Well, if it seems like you get to live another day. It's the believer's house right now. All right, let's do another 30, and then we'll do some 15s. Okay, do some 15s with some music on. The highest pitch sounding switch. What's the highest pitch sounding switch? I once put together a Franken switch that was really terrible. It was like too high pitch and it didn't sound good. And that was the first time that I ever like felt like I had to use a foam in the board. It was what was it? It was Panda housings, yoke Panda housings, with Hyperglide stems. Which we kind of looked at this a little bit, but it's that like Hyperglide stems, they have a backing to them that extends downwards and strikes like these elevated blocks on a bottom housing. So it's just super, super high pitch, and I thought it would sound good. I threw them in a KMAC Happy, and it sounded like really, really bad. Like really, 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 really bad. What I found out was that the KMAC Happy that I have, like it had a foam in it. That I just kind of threw out. So I went to go retrieve it and I threw it in and I was like, okay, this sounds like a little tiny bit more acceptable, I guess. They're just buzzwords. They are. I mean, it's just like made up words. Like, here's the thing about those words. I feel like those words are meant to kind of like emulate like the onomatopoeia of the sound that you hear. But like when you think about it, it's really silly, right? Because you could say the word, like if thok is in reference to something low pitched and clack is in reference to something high pitched. Well, if you're a human voice, right, and you're a human, what if I just said thok in a really high pitched voice or the word clack in a really low pitched voice? It's like, you see what I mean? Just trying to figure out what switch to use for my song. I would just say we used a long pole in mine. Granted, the whole alignment thing got a little bit messed up last night, but long pole switches, they're great if you want something high pitched. So like any anything that has a long pole. All right, let's do some Flappy Bird typing tutor. Here we go. Oh, fuck! Wait, was museum twice? What the hell? Was it 2 museums in a row, or did I just mess that up? Fuck me. Just right, you can't really go wrong as well as you don't get some inherently scuffed switches. Ooh, Black Songo, that's cool. Speaks to you, I have these blushes that are definitely on the higher pitch end of the spectrum. Very poppy, but almost thin. Yeah, I always try to just like use a switch. I typically try to use a switch that just kind of matches the board. But you know, it doesn't always happen. I mean, here we use a black switch in this white board. I guess that like kind of works. Kinda. Flapping twice. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Alright, 2 more. This one and then 1 more after. Oh, what the hell was that? Alright, last one. Last one. Ah! Isaac Aim. Thanks for the follow. All right, that's it for me tonight. For Flappy Bird typing tutor, but we have a giveaway, don't we? Let's get our marbles going on. All right, guys, quick junk giveaway today here. We got the Gateron Black Ink Springs. I think there's like 68-ish or so in here. 68 Gateron Black Ink Springs. I believe they're like 70 grams. And I don't know, probably in the neighborhood of like 15 millimeters in length. So if you guys are interested in some junk, feel free to join right on in. If you're not interested in this, I also include a sticker, a stream sticker in each of, included along with these packages. You got Kawaii Drake, 3 different variants of a 3D Cool S, and an alien with a Cool S on its forehead. So one of those, along with this bag of springs, up for grabs. So if you guys are interested, shipping is free. Let's choose a random one with a decently low elimination rate. Let's do this. Cold memorable race. Must be memorable. I want the sticker again. All right, let's see. I might have missed a bunch of things here. I was thinking of bringing in some old cherry silvers ahead. I see. Little spring swap, light loop, film action there. The switches feel and sound killer. Typing on broken in MX Blacks with a spring swap, light loop, and film, so I'm biased. Any black switch that's a real good linear, that's the way to go. All right, guys, exclamation play to join for this marbles race giveaway. Anybody interested in some junk and a sticker? Exclamation play. Let's put a little 3-minute timer on here. Also, last place finisher does get to choose the raid target. Let's see if maybe we could come up with any possible folks, makers and crafting streamers. Looks like Issy is on. MeShemX is also on, but not doing keyboard content at the moment. Is there anybody else who's on? Exclamation play to join. You always stream at the worst time to raid out. I know. I was watching the Lakers lose again, man. I mean, not that even if they won, that I would have streamed earlier. I mean, maybe. Like if they were winning to a point where it's just like they were winning early enough. Bro, to be honest, you need to trade out AD. He's gonna be coming back. Bro, he was so good when he was playing. Like he had that stretch of games, 10, 15 games or so here, he's like averaging some crazy. But I don't know. Anyways, what I was saying was these Laker games, I mean, I'm trying to stream a lot, but then like I gotta watch these Laker games too. So then it's just like I gotta start stream later. All right, about a minute left to join. Oh, I think I see someone who appears to be, the title seems to be mentioning something about building their first keyboard or building their first keyboard on stream. I also see a Korean streamer who seems to be tuning some Nixie switches. Okay, the building own keyboard person's a VTuber. Okay, so I guess we got some suggestions for whoever finishes in last place gets to choose the raid target again. So I got a few tabs open if you need some hints, but if you want to choose anybody, any of your friends or any of your favorite hot tub streamers, that's also perfectly possible. Kill comment, what's the junk this time in CG? It's we got Gateron Black Ink Springs, 70 gram springs, about 15 millimeters in length. So good luck, guys. Also, I don't know what this stage looks like. Oh god. Oh god. What is this? Oh, whoa. What the heck? Where's the goal? I don't understand. Is there no goal in here? Beard trimmings. Oh, Thrash and Tony. Looking real good for Thrash and Tony right now. Thrash and Tony kill combat? The whole gang. Okay, what the? This is such a strange map. So I see there's a chance that you could get thrown over, which maybe should give you like something of an advantage. I apologize here for my craziness. It's hard to control this camera, especially for such an awkward stage. Looks like McJizzle has died. And it's funny, so it looks like Gamelstrad says it's in first, but it says Gamelstrad is in first, but when you go beneath, that's not really the case. So it looks like Thrash and Tony kill combat. Trying to make it through here. Oh, it's looking real good for kill combat. Real good. Oh, kill combat. Is kill combat gonna get it? Oh my goodness. Yeah, these are community maps, so I guess people make these maps. I think these are more interesting than the regular ones, to be honest. Kill combat, do you claim? Also, let's see who's gonna come in last here. Technique, will Technique make it before the death wall? Claim, all right. Kill combat with the claim. Let's tabulate that. I gotta put this down on a paper. Uh, 18th, the stream of the 18th would be Gateron Black Ink Springs plus sticker. And that goes to Kill Combat. Congratulations, Kill Combat. Looks like Technique is going to make his way all the way to the end here before dying. There we go. Choose Julian. Okay, okay. Cool. I know that's, I think that's who,
Could you try again?
What the hell is going on? All right, Siri is going nuts in my pocket. I apologize for that. All right, cool. All right, let's go raid. I don't know how to pronounce her name, to be honest. Is it Julianne Bai? This follower or this channel has follower or subscriber only chat. Julianne B. Okay, Julianne B. All right. And then here is the raid message if you're subbed and the raid message if you're not subbed. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow either doing Hello M0110 rebuild or doing some type test recordings. And then whichever one we're not doing, we'll do on Friday. So send her some love. I need to get her stream open. Yeah, send that raid message and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace, everybody.